You will be representing the employer found on Walnut Street. At your station, students will report to work, get their paycheck, and pay student loans if applicable. For your station, you will need these resources. You will need the job listings chart that looks like this. You will need the employee records that are up on the screen. You will need checks. You will need first fruits cards. You will need a pencil, a stamp marker, or stickers depending on how you're set up, a dry erase marker, and a paper towel to go with it. Now you will also be sharing some of the documents that the employment agency is using, and they're right next to you. It's going to be a little bit tricky because you actually are going to be using the document that is up on the screen, the employee records. It's the record that they're going to report all of their information on, but you also will too. So you're going to have to just kind of work things out to make it work for everybody. Also, you will need access to their jobs available sign at their station and their hiring log. So when students report to you, it should be before the end of the month. There's going to be a timer that goes off, a first timer, and that means after that point, students can report to work and make sure that they have gone to you by before the end of the month. They can come to you sooner if they have everything already taken care of that they need to take care of for their needs. But if they don't have everything else taken care of, they at least need to come to you before the last buzzer goes off, the last timer goes off. Doing this, coming to you once a month, represents them showing up for work every day and doing their job. Obviously, that's a little bit condensed, but that's the way that we can show that for the month. First thing you're going to do is the student will give you their game board, and you're going to especially look at the side that says required to keep your job. So the way that this works is there's 4 boxes on this page, and for whatever month you're in, if you're in the first month, you're going to check on this page to make sure that each of the ones has been stamped with a marker. There's a certain stamp marker or a sticker that you'll be using to designate that those needs were taken care of. And all of those needs were taken care of at different stations before they got to you. So dependent care, personal care, medical care, and transportation all are important to keep their job for various reasons, as we explained in the pregame discussion. Okay, so if all of their needs have been met on that side, then they're good to go. But if any of the required needs are not met, what you'll do, say there's one of these that's not met, one of these needs, then you're going to go up here, and that's considered an unexcused absence if one of their needs is not met on that side, just on this side with the four boxes. If that's the case, then you would put an X through this box for number 1. If 2 of the needs on this side of the game board are not met for that month, you would actually put an X through the 1 and an X through the 2. That means that they've had 2 unexcused absences at all during the game. That means that they have lost their job. So let me back up. If they get all of their needs met, or even if they've only had one of the unexcused absences, then you will cross through that particular month, just put an X over the 1. That just designates that, yes, they met their needs to keep their job for that particular month. However, remember, if there's 2 or more unexcused absences, then they lose their job. Any student that loses their job, what you will do is you will come over here to the jobs received line, and you will cross out the job that they no longer have. And you will actually write that job down here. Say that they were a banker and they lost that job. You would write banker underneath there. Then you would go to the hiring log. It looks like this. This is at the employment agency, so they'll have it right there in front of everything. And you will just erase their name from that particular job. So if they're the banker, you would just erase the name on that line. You would also go to the jobs available sign that looks like this. This is laminated, and it would have had a dry erase marker that had gone through this, just showing that that job was no longer available. So you would just come in with your paper towel, you would just wipe that off so that that job is now available for anybody else that wants to apply for it. Okay, so for those that came to you and they reported to work as they were supposed to do, and everything was good to go, and they had the number for that particular month marked through, what you will do is calculate the salary that they should be paid, and then you'll write a check to them. The way you'll calculate a salary is their salary will be written right here. So say it's $2,000 per month. It would be written right here. And then if any college loans need to be paid that month, it would be written here as well. So if it was $2,000 and it was $100 for the college loan per month, then you would pay them $1,900. So when you pay them, you will mark through that, and when you have deducted that, you will mark through that, just designating that you have done both of those tasks. So you'll give the student their paycheck. You will also give them, every time you pay someone, give a paycheck, you will give them a first fruits card. And this will be laminated, and you'll have plenty of those for your use. And then what you'll do is you'll direct the student, with their first fruits card, they can take that to the church, which is down the street on Walnut Street, and they can put that in the collection basket there. Now, they are not required to donate their first fruits, but that's what you can suggest, that's what they can do with that. Again, that's optional on their part. And that's it for the employee records. Good luck with keeping all of the, just making sure everybody works on that same employee record and making sure that everybody can get in and out. But generally, you're going to have kind of different needs at different times, so it should work out really well for you guys just to share the same document.